We should be doing this in the dark.
Why?
It's a Halloween theme one.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just it was a joke.
Okay, I can turn off the lights. What else you want? Candlestick?
A candlestick? Yeah, to knock you over the head.
You want a crowbar?
In the hallway.
You want a rope or a noose? Is it a noose?
Rope. But they made a noose.
Okay. What else? A pistol, I think, was one of them. The loudest weapon out of everything. What else? What else can you kill in Clue?
Had a knife.
A knife. Student loans. Debt. House payments.
I'm falling asleep.
Okay. That's good. We'll start right now. Hello and welcome to the Freakin' Awesome Podcast. I am John Abaya and today is September 9th, 2019. I think it's Monday, right? Monday. It has to be Monday. Like I said, I'm John Abaya. Ben's not here again. But joining me, if you guys can guess it, I give you 3 clues. One, she's a she, I think, yeah. You identify as a she, right? She nods yes. She bears my kids, or is that the right word? I think she developed in her womb my kids. That's another clue right there. And she's my date night partner in our videos while we play games. That's right, everyone. I'm trying to think of another descriptive word. What's the descriptive word again? What do you call that?
Adjective?
Adjective. Yes, adjective. English was not my strongest in school. It still not is when I'm adult. No school. Audrey, hello.
What's up?
What's up? We're just hanging out. It's a BTS behind the scenes. It's a Sunday.
I got back to school.
No, back to school. Yeah, we're just hanging out right now and just lounging and drinking some tea. What type of tea you're drinking?
Peppermint.
Peppermint. How's peppermint?
Patty.
Are you into peppermint, Patty?
Patty.
And I was drinking water.
Were no
yeah.
longer.
Were drinking. What? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Like I said, English is not my strongest.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying. Like,
okay.
What are you doing now? Since you were doing it.
How are you? We haven't had an episode in the last month. Last time we did this was Spider-Man Far From Home. And since then, Spider-Man is gone. I literally forgot what the title was. From the MCU. A lot changed in the last month. Spider-Man's gone, like I said.
I thought they put him back.
No, they never reached a deal. A whole bunch of horror movies are coming out one by one. It's almost October, so they're trying to squeeze in to that.
What other stuff's coming out?
That's a good idea. Question. I think Black Christmas. We saw a trailer for that.
That's December.
Oh, it is? What else? If I looked it up, probably there will be.
I think Joker is October.
October, yeah. Counts as a horror movie now. Now. Heard that movie's getting rave reviews from critics.
Your mom?
From my mom. My mom watched it. Yeah. Like I said, this is a very smooth episode of the Freakin' Awesome. I'm pretty well.
Late night,
yeah. People are wondering, like, hey, where's the excitement? Where's the energy? It's gone. We're doing this late. But yeah, thank you for everyone who's still on here for joining us. We usually discuss the things we watch, play, listen, and read throughout the week. We only have watch today. No anything else. We played a lot. If you guys want to check that out on our YouTube page, on the search The Freakin' Awesome. Subscribe if you want. We have a whole bunch of videos there. More recently, we just posted a video for date night. A lot of date night videos. So if you guys are new don't know what date night is, it's Audrey and I playing video games together while the
He
kids.
makes me play
Well, do you not want to play video games with me?
certain ones.
Okay, no, but you're making it seem like I'm just making you play.
Yes, you forced me.
But so all the games you hated, percentage wise, how much of them you didn't really care for?
I think Apex is the one I really.
Okay.
And the pinball one.
So, you know how many episodes of date night?
I'm just saying. I didn't say.
I know.
I was just like,
but
oh, he's doing
you made it seem like I'm forcing you to do this.
You read into what you want to.
Okay. I can stop it. I can not post the 8 videos I already edited and not do this. I was about to promote it, but I feel like I don't want to promote it anymore because
Whatever you feel is necessary.
We played recently a magical birthday cupcake maker by Andrew Wang. Sorry, misspoke. Yeah, check that out. And subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of videos up there, and we post our episodes too, but it's audio version. There's only a what do you call that? Just a still image basically on your phone. So check that out. But yeah, that's all housekeeping stuff. But yeah, like I said, new to the podcast, we discuss that, and we do trailer talk. And this week's trailer will be discussing Wrinkles the Clown, and our main discussion is It Chapter 2. I don't think there's a colon, right? It's just
the second part.
The second part.
The second.
I still hate how they did that. Like, because it makes it seem like they can do Chapter 3 anytime and all that. Like,
why?
And they could do,
How would you make a chapter final? The final chapter.
I think they should have did It, and then It Ends, or something like that. So
that's
we
not
know
the title though.
I know, but It.
The title's It. It's so big you have to split it.
Yeah, that's a good style. It's so big we had to split it. I would have taken that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, like I said, our trailer talk today is Wrinkles the Clown.
What was different about this was the viral nature of the social media.
There's 2 people in his body, multiple personalities. He's been working like this for 65 years.
Who are you and why are you doing this?
People have made a ritual out of calling. The fear would overtake us.
You know, no one was hiring me when I was just a regular clown. I just thought, yeah, you know, maybe I'll give it a little edge.
How are you, Wrinkles the Clown? Leave me a message, I'll call you back.
That was a clip from the trailer. It's almost the whole trailer, basically, almost. The trailer just premiered early this week. If you don't know anything about Wrinkles the Clown, it's based on a true story.
Is this from Staten Island? He said like he's from Staten Island.
It's in Florida, so it's set in Florida. Directed by Michael
Bay.
Beach Nichols. It's Beach, but it's just weird to say that. And it is a documentary, but the way they try to like portray it too is like they show a lot of dramatization in the trailer, so it seems like they're playing it up a little bit too. But if you don't know Wrinkles the Clown, I didn't know really. I know of him from like various podcasts and other things I listened to, but I didn't really know. I never really researched it. But he's a clown in which you can call and to just scare people, and then he'll show up. It's similar to like a party clown, but this one's a scary clown. And basically, this whole documentary is to unravel the person under the mask.
You think it's trying to be like they're dramatizing it to make it seem like it's a creepypasta that's true, or like a scary story that's true?
The thing that I got from the trailer, it felt more Blair Witch than anything. Like it felt like, is this true? Is this real, or is it fake? Like, is it a thing that people made up, and then we learn later on, like, I don't know, they'll do like a twist, is like he's actually a killer, like that the whole time. But it just felt like a thing, like you can question it either it's real or fake from the internet, and they do like a good job.
It's like a creepypasta. There's so many that pop up all the time, and then all the kids believe it.
It's weird though, because I'm on social media like Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. I've never really seen a story about Wrinkles the Clown. Like I said, I only heard of him on different podcasts, various podcasts I listen to, and this is the first time I actually like.
But you don't like follow or listen to like paranormal or creepy?
I do. There's not creepy pasta stuff like that stuff, but
It's the same thing where you post like you call dead or death and you call God or you call that what was the last one, that Momo thing.
Momo, yeah.
But it was just an art installation and everybody took it really far.
Yeah. But what do you call that? The Wrinkles the Clown in this one, they do
it's an actual service.
Yeah, service. But in the trailer they unmask the person. It's like an older person and you don't see the face yet, but it seems like he's going to tell the story of him. And to see what's really behind
all
the mask.
I got from there was how annoying kids are when they're all on the FaceTime and they're trying to explain it. Like, oh yeah, he's been doing it for 65 years. So I guess it's just the word of mouth.
Mm-hmm. It's weird because I don't know if the kids are aware and the parents were aware more. And it's let me scare the kids.
Yeah, the parents are the one that called.
Yeah, but then there's videos of there like, oh, there's this clown and stuff like that. So because it became like a viral, even they use the word too, the investigator or whoever who's doing it. I said it's a viral hit. Like, and especially in Florida, I don't know, like.
Well, I don't know if this came around the same time too as when those clowns were out and like just like scary clowns were out like on the streets and stuff.
Scaring kids, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they were just
I
like,
remember
there,
that, yeah. I wonder if that came out, around that time.
It got viral, and then people were like, oh, he inspires me, like Martin Luther King inspires me, so I'm gonna go out. And
No.
I'm gonna go out and sell the
rights for clowns. Uh-huh. But yeah, check that out. It looks interesting. I probably won't.
Is it
watch
Netflix or is it a movie?
It's a movie, actual movie. It didn't really say.
To come out the cinemas?
Yeah, cinemas. Select cinemas, but
I thought it was a Netflix thing.
No. It didn't really say when is it coming out. Oh,
VOD.
Oh, here it says October 4th. Yeah, you can watch it in VOD too. So
it seems like a VOD thing.
Limited theaters and VOD. So check that out. October of this month. It actually came out already. It seems like.
You just said October.
Yeah, October 4th. It says.
It's not October.
Oh wait! It's September. I forgot. I'm all thinking about like
very
October.
Confused what you're trying to say.
But yeah, check that out.
I want to know how he got his mask because he's wearing a rubber mask, but it's very
like I've never seen that. Like we have a place called Evangeline's in here.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if he made it.
Yeah.
Like, does he have any skill?
And it looks like a cool prop. Like it looks like a genuine like thing you see in movies to scare kids and stuff. Especially the no eyes. Like I wonder how they did that. Where he probably painted his eyes around it black. Well,
I think the mask is a way or something. It's not on his face. I think it's more of a way.
What do you mean a way?
It's not like stuck to his skin with like spirit gum. It's actually like it's bigger. Like it's not facing flat.
Oh yeah. It's like a real mask. Like I know what you're talking about. It's not like fitted on his face, right? Yeah. But I wonder how the eyes are. I'm assuming that's mesh to make it black so you can see through it. It's a really cool design. I'm just looking at the pictures right now. Or he's just a phone call away. Oh, okay. I like how he put like a red dot on his nose too. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, that's my thing. So this episode, if you guys are wondering too, is very horror centric. So we're gonna move on to our next thing that we watched. Is 2 movies we watched. We'll start with the older one that came out earlier this year. It's an installment to a franchise I like of the what is it called? Conjuring. I was like Changeling or something. Yeah. The Conjuring franchise. So it's like they're all your universe, basically with the Conjuring, Annabelle, the Nun, and that's it, right? Those are the main 3 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one, the Curse of La Llorona.
There's no L. I mean, you don't say the L. Llorona.
Huh?
The double L is like a Y or a E.
Oh, La Llorona. Okay, yeah. La Llorona. So yeah, it has.
It's like tortilla. Tortilla. You don't say tortilla.
Oh yeah. Tortilla. That's true. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say it with a T or with the L. But yeah, La Llorona. Basically takes place in between 2 movies of The Conjuring. It's after the Reverend, I forgot his name, and I'm not even like looking at it right now. Father Perez. So in one of The Conjuring, Father Perez takes Annabelle, and Annabelle, then that's it basically. And then he moves to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. After that, he gives Annabelle to the Warrens, and he moves to Los Angeles, and that's where the movie takes place. And it's still in the 70s, 80s, late 70s, I
70s,
think.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
It's hard to tell sometimes because the only thing that looks like 70s is the
It's very
cars.
brown and
Yeah,
orange.
brown and orange, but they don't really they don't pinpoint a
No.
lot of stuff.
I mean, they might have put a date, but I don't
yeah.
remember.
I mean, the TV shows the kids watch, no one has a cell phone like that.
Well,
type of thing.
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby-Doo, yeah.
because she was
Eh,
Velma.
Velma?
She
Oh,
was
yeah, yes,
Velma.
the person who played the mother.
Actress.
Yeah. So the director of the film is named Michael Chavez. He is a mild, like, beginner director. I've never really seen any stuff besides this, so this is the first time I've heard of him. And the writers are Mickey Daughter and Tobias Iconis. So I wonder if they no. So
Tobias?
This is the first time these two seem like in the Conjuring franchise. So this is
Who
the
writes
first.
the other Conjuring? Is it one person or the same team?
I think
Or
it's
is like
the
each
same team, I believe. There's like the Conjuring, and then now I'm looking up Conjuring.
It's that one dude, right? The little Asian guy.
Oh, I want to say James Wan, but
Right?
I might be wrong.
That was his creation,
Let me
or
see. Yeah, James Wan. So it's James Wan who.
but did he
who
ever
made it.
write him?
No. It's his partner though, in who makes the Saw movies.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah, that's how I believe it is that, right? It's that same dude.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. No, it's not. It's a different person. I thought he had the same person who did the Saw movies, but it's not. So this is like his. He's away from it. Yeah. Enough about that. So the Curse of La Llorona. It stars what's her name? Linda Cardellini, Roman Crystal, Jane Lynn Kitchen, Raymond Cruz, and Marisol Ramirez. And then of course Marisol Ramirez as the titular. Is that how you say it? La
Titular.
Llorona. Yeah. And then of course, like I said earlier, Tony Amendola is Father Perez, who returns as that part, and that's the only thing that actually connects the whole movie to The Conjuring. Other than that, there's no reference to The Conjuring at all.
There is.
Well, how so?
Isn't there? Well, they're the parents,
Who?
aren't they? The Warrens.
The Warrens doesn't show up though in here. Nowhere in the movie. He mentions there's a flashback with the Warrens. That's it. But they don't say like, oh, the Warrens came over here to fix this or whatnot.
Oh, I'm thinking of Annabelle 2.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
3.
But there is
Which
a Warren S type of character in here that's played by Raymond Cruz. That's kind of cool. So let's just go into the story. This whole episode will be full of spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything about the Curse of La Llorona and
Like, who's Lay?
now I'm saying the other one wrong. La Llorona. Oh my god. The Curse of La Llorona.
Mm-hmm.
And Ready or Not, that's the other thing we'll be discussing. And it chapter 2. Just turn it off right now.
You
Right,
can
just
go
fast
to it.
forward, yeah. Or you don't mind spoilers, just stay on. We won't break down the whole movie. So this movie, I liked it. It's a cool little horror movie or haunted house, I would say. It's another haunted house movie in the Conjuring universe that they're specialized in. Same tricks, same things, almost the same jump scares and stuff. But I'm not really in it no more for the jump scares. I'm in it for the story. And I just want to see different, diverse like horror story or ghost stories from different.
Yeah.
So this one is I believe it's like a Mexican like folklore, like So
Latin.
yeah, Latin. So I want more like that. Like if the Conjuring can expand to more different ones from like, hey, we
You wish like the I series and
Yes,
stuff like
yes,
that
like
had done
that.
that.
Like how-
Not just like, oh, we're America. Americans went to Japan. They
Mhm,
didn't.
yep,
They didn't
yeah.
keep it as a Japanese
Mhm.
story.
But yeah, like that. If I is the worst example, the one with Jessica Alba. If they just keep it like pull in, like if they remade The Grudge, but then somehow it's tied to this because of the folklores of that and stuff like that,
Mhm.
or they can make a whole different movie, but like that. But that's one aspect I like about this movie, and also my favorite part is towards the ending when it becomes like a odd Home Alone situation where they do traps.
Oh yeah, they do booby
and
trap.
stuff like booby trapped, and then like I said, Ray Cruz's character Rafael Oliveira is a ex-priest, right?
Yes.
Is there? But he then does he's
He's more of a shaman.
Shaman,
now.
yes. So he dabbles in shaman now more than anything, and it's just cool. Like because we know the Warrens throughout the whole series does that too. Like Linda, or what's her name? I forgot her name.
Is it Elizabeth Warren?
Elizabeth, yeah, it's Elizabeth Warren.
Right?
It is Elizabeth Warren, or is that the Elizabeth Olsen?
I feel like it's Elizabeth
the
Warren. I'm not sure. I forget it.
Warrens. But yeah, her character mostly is the hero in that the series, so it's nice to see someone else step up. And then like the other movies, like Annabelle, they don't have a character like that. It's always, Kid Ed and Lorraine. I want to say Lauren, but it's Lorraine. So like Lorraine Warren in the movies, not in real life, because I don't believe it. Is like a almost like a mutant or superhero at this point, where she has certain powers
Like
to
the
control.
sight and stuff.
Yes, and in this movie, his character basically is to do that. And he knows all the tips and tricks, and then they do the little cool thing where like it's the tree from when she been sorry.
Oh, that saw her commit the atrocity.
Yes. And then you use that tree. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like they have a history and stuff like that. And I like the way the character or the ghost, the La Llorona. I'm gonna keep saying her name just so I can make sure I say it right. Is powerful, like super powerful. It's not like you can come in out of the house, but there's still rules that spirit has to abide, and then he knows it. So that's cool. But yeah, if you guys are
to fight it on those terms.
Mm-hmm. How did you like it?
I liked it. I like the story of La Llorona. I like how they established the historical Mexican and Hispanic area, but I wish it was more like how she's portrayed in Mama in that movie.
That's her in Mama?
That's basically her.
Oh,
that's,
I did not know
La
that.
Llorona.
Uh-huh.
That story. La Llorona inspired that movie.
Okay.
But this one, it is a direct one, but because it has more of the Mexican aspect of it. But it's I think they portrayed her a bit better in that way. I like how how they kind of stuck to the folklore of it, where it's like she was a jealous bride and stuff like that, and she killed her children, but then she was regretful and remorseful, and now she's cursed to travel the world looking for children to replace and stuff like that. And the things that that La Llorona, and then that one mother where in the beginning with her two kids, like all the things that she did and all the things that the mom
didn't believe.
Yeah, well, no, that the mom did do too to protect her children. Like, I think those are true things that a mother would do. She would, to get her own children back, she probably would put other children in danger or do other things. Like you think, oh, you shouldn't do that, or that's wrong. But if it's your own, type of thing, you get desperate. And I think it's that whole folklore and the way they portrayed the two mothers, single mothers too.
Yeah.
What you would do for your family or for your kin. I like that aspect of it. But I like what I like from Mama is how, which I always think about too, is like it's the two kids, and she gives up one for the human, and then she took one for herself, like in the spirit world. I wish there was something like that where La Llorona could have some sort of
she does. She has the other
absolution.
two kids.
Not really, but I mean they don't show it that way. If she does, but I mean even when she takes him, it's not like they don't show like, oh, she has like a whole like catacomb of spirit kids, babies, but that she could have got some sort of absolution to redemption where she got her kids back in the afterlife. This one, we just banished her out of nowhere.
Yeah. They don't really. I mean, it looks like absolute, even though the way the ending shows a puddle, but I didn't see anything. Like, I didn't see any.
But there has to be some sort of token that the Warrens take of her, right? That priest.
Probably, but that priest at this point.
I mean, no, he has the tears of her, but I thought he used them all to make an anti-venom or something.
But at this point, I think she's new like I don't know if that priest will go to the Warrens. It's like, this is another thing I saw like that to the thing, but
because is she just banished from here? Like, is the curse lifted from this particular family, and she can just go to another family and still
I don't know. Yeah,
like, is that what spirits and demons do?
Yeah.
Like, you banish them out of a body that's possessed, but what do? They go back to hell, so they can just come out to an.
I mean, that's what Annabelle's been doing until what was the last movie called? Comes Home. Then now she's stopped. Like
because she's with the Warrens.
Yeah.
Right?
They have it under control now until Ryan and Shane. Shane interact with the box.
Yeah.
And then it's The Conjuring modern times.
I know.
They should do that.
I wish
they should adapt like a comedy in The Conjuring and just have those two. Even though they might be not in the movie, it's actors playing them.
Oh.
You get it?
We're on this viral YouTube channel
called UzFeed or something.
UzFeed.
That'd be kind of cool. But any more thoughts?
I thought it could. There was some. It's been so long since we watched it, but there was some weird beat that it followed. That it wasn't. It seemed really off towards the end. Like either it got really quickly, or something was weird. Like the way it jumped or something like that. I kind of liked how it was like kind of had the same type of Ring thing, like in 7 days, type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Where it's compact. You don't have to wait it out for your whole life. But there is something weird. I can't remember about it. The way it jumped around that I didn't like. But I can't think of it now. I
do like all the other Conjuring is, I always tell you this, like the best part of Conjuring is when they do a haunted house and then they lay out the whole house. So there's every scene in The Conjuring and any other like Annabelle, not the Nun as much because that was in a weird temple area.
Wasn't it like in an abbey or a church?
Yeah, but they didn't really like lay it out as much. But
but you could,
you could tell like mostly in The Conjuring when they go to the house, they have at least one type of view where the character's walking around the house, and you'll know like, oh, this is this. If the character goes upstairs, they're trapped, and then like in your mind, you're like thinking like, oh, this is this door, and then they do a perfect job of like if. When everything goes crazy with the spirits, then like, oh, if you go in that room or the sister's room across the street, or not across the street, across the hallway, so that's the mother's room, and they did a perfect job when they were doing that. Especially there's a scene where the mother encounters her the first time, La Llorona, and then now she believes, but then she like runs to the daughter, and the daughter's like literally across the room. Across the hallway, basically. And then, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like they showcase that really well. But yeah, it's a good movie. I liked it. Moving on to another horror movie that recently came out. It's called Ready or Not. Here I come. No, it's called Ready or Not.
Hide.
Sorry.
You can't. I'm gonna find you.
This came out recently. It came out last month. Like towards the end of last month, and it is directed by Matt Belanchi-Oplin and Tyler Gillett. I think they are a duo, like a partnership.
They're a duo?
A partnership.
It's a duo.
Horror.
They don't fight each other.
They also are in what other movies? I'm looking at other movies. I guess. They do The Midnight Show. That's a horror movie, like anthology. Huh. I think so. It is. Is it? No, it's not.
Heard of that.
No, it's a comedy. I'm thinking about something else. The 0 Hour or something like that. I forgot. And it's written by Guy Buyisk and Ryan Murphy. Is that Ryan Murphy? I don't even know who this. It's there's a lot of people I don't know in this movie. And then I close the window because that's how I am. Who else? Oh. So it stars the Samara Weaving. That is not, what's her name? Robbie, the Harley Quinn.
Margot.
Margot Robert or Robbie or whatever. Everyone thinks that's her for some reason. It looks
like her.
Yeah, I almost thought that was her in it.
They're blonde with like big eyes that are slightly far apart.
And so she, if you recognize her, Samara Weaving, she's also in The Babysitter. You can watch that now, actually, on the Netflix. I liked it. It's basically a comedy horror flick in which she plays.
She's not related to Hugo Weaving, is she?
Actually, she is a niece of Hugo.
Okay, so like she kind of looks like. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, kind of looks like her.
I think I read that somewhere. She's actually related to him somehow by like a niece or cousin or something like that. Trivia: niece of Hugo Weaving and Anna Weaving. So yeah, there it is.
They have the eyes.
She does have that.
Mhm.
Hugo Weaving. She should play Red Skull, female Red Skull. Turn every hero in the MCU to female now. Who else? Oh, Adam Brody. There's this list is long. So stay with me. Not stay with me. What's the term?
No, you're right.
Yeah, stay with me, everyone. Stay with me. Adam Brody, Mark O'Brien, Henry Kazerny, Andy McDowell.
See, this is the part. Andy McDowell.
Andy, but it's spelled with Andy, Andie,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a woman. McDowell. Melanie.
Millennials.
Scroll Fano.
We should just do a podcast of this, of where we just look up
Kristen
IMDb things
Brun.
and have you try to pronounce people's names.
Nikki
Because you had a hard time
Gandani.
saying kitchen earlier.
But yeah, you could just check out IMDb. I might just not talk about this anymore because I really have difficult saying names.
I don't know
on
why
movies.
you have to list everybody.
I don't know. It was a thing we did a long time ago.
I don't think it's
I
necessary.
think up to this point we don't have to do it. Only maybe in the main discussion we'll just do it that way. We used to do like.
I don't think you need to name
what
anybody.
the heck is that? Oh, sorry.
What?
I saw a bug on our screen just fly by.
You mean the mouse? Oh,
yeah.
that's a real bug.
Yeah, it's a real bug.
It's an IRL bug.
This is a mouse. That's not a bug. What do you call a mouse a bug?
No, I thought you said you saw the
Oh,
mouse.
the mouse hand?
Go across the screen and it scared yourself. I was like, it's an arrow. It's fine.
They should have a mouse where you can program it to look like a bug.
Oh
And
my god,
so-
that'd be really
and then
good.
people moved it around. It's like, oh my god, it's a bug, but you're moving it.
Fly one, go away.
So Ready or Not.
Wait, where's our fun guy from CBB? What's his name?
What are you talking
The
about?
fun guy from Comedy Bang Bang.
He's in this movie?
Yeah, the one that's always him and the Orphan Black.
Oh. I don't know his name from Orphan Black.
Put
I
the
know who
picture
you're
on.
talking about. And Orphan Black. I don't know
I forget his name.
Yeah, same here. He's funny though. He's
Just look right there at the cast.
Oh, there he is. I see him. His name is Christian Brun.
Oh yeah, Christian
Brun. Yeah, he's in the movie too. Did I say his name? No, he's not even. He plays like the brother boy or the,
He's the in-law.
Yeah, he's
like
an in-law, so he's not like up there in this movie. What is his name? Wow, he's not even shown in here. We have the right person, right? Kristen Brun. He looked like Kristen Brun.
It is him.
Oh yes. I was literally one name off. After I said
And then you
Melanie.
gave up, and then you're like, I'm never doing this again.
Sorry, Kristen Brun. But yeah. So The Conjuring. Oh my god.
Christian.
I closed the window again on that movie.
You trying to get rid of it?
No. I was looking at his name and I was like, oh, I don't need.
But you keep
Kristen
going
Brun.
to the X. Or
Yeah. So
you
the
have all these
movie
other tabs open, but you want to just remove this tab.
has Samara Weaving basically gets married into a family that is well known for board games and other like parlor
Their wealth
games.
comes from.
Yeah, wealth comes from it. But then every time a new person marries into the family, they have to play a game. It could be any type of game. It could be card game.
The box chooses
Yeah,
the game
so there's
for
a
you.
box that chooses it, but it can
Most
be
of the time, it's just an actual little game.
Until this one time.
Not every game is deadly.
Yeah, so
there's
this-
only one deadly game.
One deadly game. It's basically called Ready or Not or hide and seek. It's hide and
It's
seek.
hide and seek.
But there's a few rules are different. It is weird because why are you playing rules in the other one? So what if you play Monopoly? What you use real money? Like
No. All it is because the devil needs a sacrifice. So when
Yeah.
the devil deems that he needs a sacrifice, the card that comes out is hide and seek. That's the only time they do something. Other than that, they play Old Maid, they play Monopoly, they play whatever.
No, I'm saying how did they figure that out? Like how many trials they have to do?
They
to
did
do
it. That's what was told to them, obviously, in the very
okay.
beginning.
Then
Obviously, there's a tradition in their family.
So the devil was like, I'm cool with all the games. You can play Uno. You play by the same rules.
No, they only
I'm
play
happy with
I
that.
think they only play the games that they've made.
I don't know, but they played like what was it, solitary or something weird? Or
No.
chess.
Yeah.
So the devil's like, you can play chess. There's no different rule. Everything's exactly the same.
They're
Just play chess.
They're devil worshippers.
And then the guy's like, how about hide and seek? Oh, hide and seek? Oh, that's a different game in hell we play. It's a whole thing. Like,
No,
how did they?
no, John. It's a sacrifice. It's
Yeah.
it's just a way to get a sacrifice.
That's how you play hide and seek.
No. It's just the devil requires a sacrifice for them to stay wealthy. All the rich have to do sacrifice.
Yes.
And this is because they're game board people. If you're a singer, then you got to sing. I don't know. And,
Yes, that's what I'm
their
saying,
rules,
yeah.
you got to do something else.
That's what I'm saying. No, but they picked the one game that's very popular with everyone knows.
Because you're
hide and
not
seek.
stationary. You are going out. You have to chase them. You have to chase the
No,
prey.
I'm saying I think the hang up on me is that they really took a game called hide and seek, but they made it their own rules where you could kill someone. That's not how you play hide
They
and
didn't
seek.
make their own rules.
No, the
John.
devil did. The devil.
It's
The
what
devil-
they deem for
I know,
their
but I'm saying the
sacrifice.
devil doesn't care about copyright or any of that stuff, and then trademark of like hide and seek in the devil world. I'm saying
They don't have that in the devil world, John. I don't
No,
know
I'm
what you're
saying-
talking about.
You get what I'm saying, though.
No, I
like,
don't- I don't
he
understand
should
why
have
you're
picked
so
a
upset.
game called Ready or Die or something.
No,
Or
then who
Ready-
would fucking play that when you're getting married?
Ready or Not is the perfect one. They should have called it Ready. The devil's
It is. It's a play on words. That's the whole song they play on the.
I know.
on the thing.
But he should have called it Ready or Not, not Hide and Seek.
No, they're playing because
Be-
you wouldn't know what that is.
That's
you would
why.
play hide and
would-
seek.
She wouldn't know. It's
She doesn't know Ready or Not either. It wouldn't make no difference if you changed it. If you changed the name and made the whole movie, it would make no difference.
that's why I brought to the table tonight is just to
Fucking
argue.
frustrating.
It's not-
Jesus.
it's not frustrating.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
saying-
Why are you upset? That
I'm saying the devil is wrong. That's all I'm saying.
no, he made a bargain with them.
Yeah.
I'll give you wealth. I'll
But
give
you play
game.
this game I call.
No. But you must give me a sacrifice.
But he didn't say, "Oh, just play this game right hide and seek." Let me explain.
No,
the
he
rule.
didn't go, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, but
But it could have been something they figured out. That's a way they can sneak it in to where the people won't notice.
okay.
There's your bug again, Darren.
No, so they figured out, let's make this game, and one person in the family say, "Hey, why don't we make chess deadly? If you lose," they said, "No, that's
No
too
one
easy."
said that.
No,
No
but
one
then
said that.
so you're saying the devil did it though?
Yes, the devil did
No,
it.
so the devil told them, "No, you have to play this one game. I have an idea. It's called hide and seek."
It has to be a willing sacrifice.
Yes, that's why.
They are people who make games.
But
This
do
is
you-
the only
I don't
way they
think-
can do.
I don't think you
They
get the
get a gun.
argument I'm saying.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm saying like you're saying the devil made it. I'm saying you're right. He made it.
You have to suspend your belief in a film or any of these things.
No,
okay?
I don't
So
want
this-
to suspend the
No,
belief in
so
this film.
what they did is that it's just this is how in their little square box we just think of them though they're the only people that exist,
Yeah.
right? That is how you do the sacrifice. You get the it has to be a live sacrifice, and it's only when the devil chooses. He's
Yeah,
already,
I know.
he's
I
already
get-
he's determined that.
I
then
get
you do
all
that.
that. I get all that. My hang up I told you is the title of the game because that's another title.
It's not copyrighted. It's so old. It's one of those. It's probably one of those things that's public domain where
so
it's
you
public
think
domain.
hide and seek is originally you hide and you kill the person?
No,
Wait, why?
the real hide and seek.
Yes, the real hide and seek was originally that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Not all games are deadly, and they
but
didn't
hide and
go,
seek is hide
no,
and seek is.
They didn't go and go find. Let's go find a deadly game that we have in our
That's what I'm
normal
talking about.
in our normal world
That's
and
what I'm
apply
talking
it to our
about. Like,
devil worship.
But they did.
Because if they did, then people wouldn't play hide and seek with them.
huh?
If hide and seek really was a deadly game, they wouldn't play hide and seek
That's
with
what I'm
them.
saythat saying. That the
So you take a non-threatening game. where
Hide
you
and
go
seek.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But why did they pick hide and seek? So that's you're literally just saying.
It's probably just the chase, the hunt.
No, that's why.
because
it's
they're
odd that
away.
we
It's
picked
not
that
something
one
where
game.
you're stationary at a table.
Like they can play chess and like the
no,
loser.
it's not something. It's not something at a table because they can't kill them.
Okay, they
They have
enjoy
to be.
the
They
hunch.
have to be.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have to be
Okay,
alive.
okay.
So what would you do? You could play chess, but I poison your tea or something to make you fall asleep.
No, they can play it like Harry Potter, like where the chess pieces are you and you're on the board and then you have to actually do it and they're like, oh, this is fun.
Because they're not supposed to.
giant,
They're not supposed to
there's a
kill them right
giant
there.
king
You're supposed to
like
bring
that.
them to the thing, and they're supposed to be a live sacrifice.
I get it. I mean, I get it.
I don't think.
No, I get it. But the like my example right now, the Harry Potter chess, they could have done it and then.
But wizards don't exist in this world.
No, but they buy huge kings and robot kings or whatever.
That's outside. They have to be in their house.
Well, in their dungeon or something.
No, they have it in the house. They lock all the doors, remember, so the person can't get out.
I know they have a dungeon. They could build a dungeon if they want.
No,
to.
they have a goat pit where they put dead people.
Disbelieve. I can say that word too. Huh?
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. La Llorona.
Are you trying to say
Llorona.
disbelief?
Yeah, disbelief. I'm trying to not disbelief.
Disexplain?
No. Where
Disseminate?
you take your thought out of like the actual facts about the thing. And
Are you trying to displace yourself?
no,
from
not
this?
this. You said it earlier. You
Suspend your belief?
Yeah, suspend my.
There's no D in there.
Is
Or
that
no in the
really just a
beginning.
word? It's actually 2 words.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Good
just
job.
move on.
It was actually a really good movie, though.
Yeah, it's a really good
It's a
movie.
really good movie. I loved it.
I really like the parts in the movie, especially the comedy parts. But the what's her name? Samara Weaving really carries the movie, and she knows exactly what to do. She always felt like a person who didn't know what to do. Like her acting. I mean, she is a person. She's not the final girl. Like in all horror movies, the final girl is a person who's determined to get away and stuff like that. Or no, she is the final girl.
That's what
Sorry,
are you talking about?
I'm saying. But
She's not a damsel in distress.
Yeah,
no.
she's not a damsel in distress. That's what I meant. That's what
She's
I
a
meant.
final
Yeah.
girl.
She's a final girl, but she's not. She doesn't act like the damsel in distress because she knew exactly how to do it. Like what if she wanted to get out, she's going to get out, and then she found different ways.
She was willing to do
Yeah.
the stuff that she needed to do.
She even had like a shotgun at one point that they tease on the poster, but never really do anything with it. So I thought it was kind of like interesting.
No, she used it, but the ammo was fake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the shotgun wasn't really a thing. Like she had the ammo and everything, but it's not like it's a red herring on the poster. You think going in like, oh,
She's
the
gonna shoot
shotgun,
everybody.
I'm gonna get this shotgun, but it's not. It's not the main focus. It's mostly her trying to get away from the servant too.
Yeah, he's pretty determined.
It's very determined. Like he plays like a Terminator type person too, where anything you throw at him, he won't stop.
Well,
Also,
that was like her first mistake for not making sure the person was dead, and she made sure that she didn't make that mistake again with the mother.
and there's like I said, there's a lot of funny parts of the movie. It is a comedy. There's a lot of like comedic acting in this movie, especially from what's his name, the guy from Orphan Black. Oh, what's his name now?
Christian Bruin.
Yeah, Christian Bruin. He's really good in it. He plays like like he's an in-law, but he plays like a jerk in-law. Like he's always think he's right.
like, this is not real, right?
Yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Like he'll take the benefits of being rich, but he's like, I don't really believe in it because it's not real.
So like all the in-laws never played the game. It seems like, right?
No, everybody when they got married, they all had to play a game.
No.
But the
I'm sorry.
card that
sorry,
came
I
out.
misspoke. No, I misspoke.
The
No,
last time
no.
it happened was with the ants.
No, sorry, I misspoke. All the in-laws never played hide and seek.
No, because they'd be dead.
Yeah, yes. No, but the new ones too. Like all of them never. Like I'm not saying the ones who were already married in the family. The new one they never had a chance to play at all. It's
not you get a chance. It's you're selected.
No, I know. I'm saying that none of them got selected in the previous one. That's why
the last one was that
one.
ant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're agreeing with me. I'm saying that's why you didn't let me finish too. But Beyonce is the greatest. You didn't let me finish.
Well, fucking talk.
Yeah, I know.
Talk is harder than you think.
Because they never played the game hide and seek, the in-laws, a lot of them didn't know what to do. But one of them,
they had no experience.
They had no experience.
I think they all know that it is part of the family tradition, but
to do it, yeah.
I think they have experience in killing, like with the goats and stuff. It sounds like they do goat sacrifices all the time, like a daily thing or whatever you have to do. But the human sacrifice portion, no, they did not know.
But after you get married into the family, it seems like they tell you what the thing is, and then you have to keep it hush.
No, I think they tell you before. I think remember the one that looks like the alcoholic brother. He reminds me of like somebody from Lost or one of those.
No, he
Lord of the
looks
Rings
like
movies.
one of the brothers from the freaking Batman, not Batman, Spider-Man.
I don't know.
The two brothers.
But he told her before they got married. Like that's a thing that you have to. I don't know if it's a thing if you have to do it, but because they care about him, like you don't really want your spouse to die
so
or your
she
future
knew
spouse.
before going.
Yeah,
in?
remember he said like you knew. I told you before because maybe whatever Scotty was wrong for not telling her before, but he's trying to help her now, and he's like, I told you before, and you were willing to do it. You were willing to possibly be killed for the wealth and everything like that. And she's like, well, I came from a poor. You know where I came from before. I was poor.
Yeah, they like trying to throw that off.
And not Rob and Samara Weaving was came from a similar situation where she was adopted and stuff, but
we don't know her family.
Yeah, we don't know.
She's probably a Jedi.
Yeah, but she was she probably was the type of person who wouldn't have been willing to make that to join that sort of thing.
But yeah, a lot of cool kills. A lot of servants die. If you're expecting any of the main people to actually die right away, no. It's mostly playing off of the servants, and they're actually trying to help them.
Yeah.
Not fair in a weird way.
I think they all know. I think it's that you basically make a deal with the devil, like a
Mhm.
literal deal with the devil, where it's like you can have a cushy life, you get money of whatever you want, but there's always this aspect to it.
Mhm.
This you have to have loyalty, you have to have all that sort
And
of
then
But I was super surprised that it actually was a devil.
yeah. So
I was like, it can't be real.
they're playing
It can't
off
be
a
real.
thing they heard a long time ago, and it's all like to them a folklore that might be real, but
Yeah.
they're really scared to not do it. That's
Yeah.
why. So if one of the movies I told you like it reminds me a little bit of is Cabin in the Woods. Like it's a
Mhm.
thing. It's if they can put this movie in Cabin in the Woods. And
Yeah,
then
you have to
as
keep
a
up. You
thing.
have to keep up the tradition
Yeah,
because
tradition.
you've heard all these stories. Yeah, it's with any religion.
Yeah.
If you don't do the ritual of praying and all that stuff and
Mhm.
atoning for your sins, then you're gonna burn in hell.
Yep.
This one is literally right there.
Yeah. And then
But this one, it's in exchange for monetary wealth, like
Yep.
in this world versus.
And then
you get
they
redemption.
even have a backstory of other wealthy people doing the exact same deal, and their house get burned down, and
You're assuming that they were drunk or whatever, but it's
Mhm.
actually
they
exploded.
lost. They
Yeah.
they didn't do their sacrifice
Mhm.
basically. And yeah, I really hope they don't do part 2. I like this
No,
movie where it's just
where it is.
if they do part 2, do a different family, do everything, or do it similar to. I really like Hostile 2. I don't know if you ever watched that.
I don't remember that.
So in Hostile 2, spoilers for Hostile 2. So she gets kidnapped, another woman again.
Doesn't she like go to the house of the main person or something?
Yeah,
Right?
so-
I think I kind of remember.
So she gets stuck in that same area.
or it's
in
like a
Hostile.
spa, right? or
Yeah.
something?
No, so Hostile 2 actually explains the business of the hostel.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Hostile 1 doesn't really say. Like,
It's not
you get a
hostel.
card, you
It's
go in there.
hostel. Isn't it
Hostel.
hostel?
Yeah, hostel. So hostel.
Oh, the hostel. I don't know.
You go into the place,
hostel.
and then you kill people. That's it. Rich people kill poor American people traveling in Europe. That's how it is.
Not poor. It's whoever they want.
Oh yeah, anyone. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. And in the second one, they do the exact same thing, but they mess with the wrong person because the woman in there is actually rich, so she
Mhm.
can afford to kill the person who kills her. So if they do something like that, I want something where in the lines of like a different family.
Like it's LaBelle. Like this person is also
Yeah.
has
But then
ties to
shows the
LaBelle,
other
which
family.
is the devil.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yep.
It's a totally different thing.
So I wonder how many.
So what kind of tycoon would you want them to be? Like these were gaming tycoons. So what kind of tycoon would they
It would be cool to be real estate, and then you actually go to like a huge place, and then you have to go to each floor. Now I'm talking about the raid now. This is
Okay.
literally the raid.
Uh-huh.
They fight off different people, and then she comes out and is like, "Oh, I'm here to help." Hollywood, call me for Ready or Not. What was it? Ready or Not, Here I Come. Oh, Here I Come.
Mhm.
Ready or Not, Here I Come. That's the
And the
colon.
third one, you can't hide.
Yo, that would be
And
kind of
I'm
cool.
gonna find you.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool thing. But yeah,
If you say it 3 more times, that'll happen.
it's kind of cool. We should clip that. But yeah, that's Ready or Not. It's in theaters still. Check it out, and yeah, have a good fun time. So we are going to move to the main discussion, and this week's main discussion is It Chapter 2.
For 27 years, I dreamt of you. I missed you.
We didn't stop it.
That was a clip from It Chapter 2 trailer. It is out now in theaters. Go check it out. It came out last weekend. I think it's doing really well in the box office, I heard. And yeah, so the movie is directed by the same person from It Chapter 1. Do we call that Chapter 1?
No,
Are
it's
we
It.
just It?
I think
Okay.
it's it.
Andy Mochunti. And it is written by the same person, Gary Doberman. And of course, it's based on Stephen King's best known book called It. Everyone knows about. And yeah, so the movie stars a huge array of people. So every kid from the last movie is here. So if you're a fan of Finn, what's his name from Stranger Things?
I think isn't Wolfhard?
Wolfhard, yeah, he has a really cool name.
Yeah, it's a very
he's in this.
cinematic name.
He's in this movie. Everyone's here. They actually a little thing. So like I said, we're gonna spoil the movie. little thing about the movie is they redo a whole bunch of scenes. So a lot of the kids are in this movie, but they're all grown up a little bit, especially the one who plays Eddie. If you don't know Eddie, he's the actual kid from Shazam. So that's him, all grown up a little bit. And I guess in It, he was short, right? He was the shortest one out of everyone, mostly.
I think he was, yeah.
But in here, he's almost as tall as Bill. Like, this weird, tight thing is happening. And I don't know, my brother told me they did de-age a lot of them, and I didn't know that. I was like, oh, they actually use special effects.
I don't understand why certain scenes they couldn't film alongside, even though they weren't going to put them in the first movie. They could just put them in. Because they knew at the end of the first movie, they said, it will return in It Chapter 2 or whatever. Or Pennywise will return in It Chapter 2.
They did the whole Marvel thing.
Yeah.
So the main 6 people who return, or not 6, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the new 7 people who are not returning, are playing the grown-up version of all the characters. Is Jessica Chastain as Bev, James McCoy as Bill Hader as Richie,
McAvoy.
James, what did I say? McAvoy?
You said McCoy.
McAvoy. Isaiah Mustafa as Mike. Ray Ryan. Oh wow, that's that thing really threw me out. Ray Ryan. He has the most regular name.
He's like, oh, it can't be right.
Ray Ryan as Ben, James Ranson as Eddie, and Andy Bean as Stanley. And coming back as Pennywise again is Bill Skarsgård, the new favorite Pennywise for everyone. It seems like you see him a lot now, like his toys and everything.
Merchandise?
Yeah, like they erased Tim Curry. R.I.P. Tim Curry.
He's not dead.
He's not? Are you sure?
Are you serious?
No, I don't know actually.
Are you serious?
I swore I saw something.
No, he goes to cons. He had a stroke.
Really?
He had a stroke.
Okay, I think that's the thing I get confused from.
He's not.
I think I heard about the stroke, but I thought he died.
He's alive.
Okay. We should really try to get his autograph then if he goes to cons. I can bring my or something. I didn't know he goes to cons. That's kind of cool. Like he still does it. They should have did a cameo or something with him then in this.
I don't think he can really film. I think he's in his chair, and like I saw the thing for the cons where you pay like for this amount where like you don't talk, you just give this, or for a picture it's this or that and that. It's very very I think because he can't be there for that long.
Yeah. Stanley had the exact same thing towards near the end of his life where he couldn't do a lot of con work, and then you only could do things where you can't touch him. He's fragile, and I understand that. Like that's perfect for what you do and stuff like that. So yeah, so those are the new characters for all of them, or new grown up actors for the grown up parts in it. So if you're a fan of It original. So Audrey,
the miniseries.
Have you read the book? No, right?
No, I wanted to lean into it because it's so big. So I started with The Shining, and I was able to get through that.
Oh, you're getting to Stephen King multiverse.
Yeah, I mean, backward. I don't know if it's even backward or sideways, but because that was a large book.
Yeah.
But I haven't got into it.
It's
hard to read certain things. Like I know, like it's part of it, and it's the writer's supposed to make you uncomfortable so that you feel for the characters and things like that. But for this one in particular and other things, it has a lot of like racism. But this one is toned down. It's not as much, and a lot of the anti-gay stuff. And it was very like hard to like read and watch because watching would be easier. It's not, even though it's like it seems graphic. I don't think it's not. I know it's not as graphic as it is in the novels. But I would like to read it, but I think it might be easier to read than like The Dark Tower, like you said.
I had The Dark Tower. That was really hard for me to read. Not because it was a long book or a big series, but it's very dense. Like they throw you in there really. It was really hard for me to get into it, especially. So I'm a person who doesn't like Western. I don't like Western. I'm not into Western. That's the better thing where I won't what you call it? Sort it. What do you call it? Seek it out. That's it. It's something with Harry Potter. It's not the
Secret.
I was like, the sorting hat? No, it's not the sorting hat.
Harry Potter.
It's a thing I don't seek out. Like, that's the only genre I don't seek out. I don't everything else I do, but yeah. So
I think I would actually like to read it now. I think I could get into it if I come with the mindset of how we've kind of approached the movies, where it's a coming of age and of for children to about growing up and being able to face your fears when you're children and adults. Like you still have to do that, and you can do that. I think if I see it in that sense and get over how. I think it's just in this movie I hated it, which it's part of it where it's meant to show how much control Pennywise has over the town and stuff to instill fear into people, into children, so that they become more tasty for him.
Yeah.
To show the blatant homophobia and the racism and things like that. And it's like you said it last night too, where it was you hate having to get invested in a character and then and then the no satisfaction of that they don't get redemption. Which is part of it because you want to, because I mean those are kind of throwaway characters, but it's hard to get over that sometimes.
So it's too like,
because I personally I like that as entertainment, horror and things like that, but other horror it's not like that.
No.
It's just like, oh, there's someone kills and it's a like a popcorn type of thing. Like how I rather watch a comedy or see something like that because I don't have to invest, I don't have to think that much. And this one I have to think and be invested in it. So like in that, so what I'm just gonna play off of yours. The thing I don't like to expand, sorry, not play. Like you said, read the first time.
Yeah. There's a character in here they show in the very beginning. He gets beat up because he was gay and stuff like that, and he gets hurt. And the bullies or whatever, I guess they're bullies, you can say, beat him up really badly and hurt him and stuff like that, and threw him off the bridge. And then after that, Pennywise gets him in the river, and then I won't mind that scene to show like how bad that town is, but then throughout the whole movie they don't show those bullies at all, and then I felt like the character didn't get the
redemption,
not redemption,
the bullies.
What do you call it? There's another not satisfaction, but because redemption is like when you're doing something bad then you try to be good, but it doesn't feel complete, that story. It felt like that
well,
thing
I mean,
was
you saw him again. I think they did that to establish the homophobia and that there are gay people there, so that when they allude to Richie, he showed up there too, the one that died. It's to kind of link that. And
it kind of alludes to we're literally jumping from beginning, middle, and I'm going to do the ending right now.
That's fine.
Is when Stanley reads a letter and literally reads out like, if you're afraid to come out, don't be afraid. Like you'll find that person to love and stuff like that. Because even though they don't mention that stuff, it's an odd way to do. This whole movie felt like it is pro like LGBT type movie. It's like, oh wow, they're actually like doing it, and
I think what it is too is like it is pro, but they had to show so much negative, which you do. You need to see that. You need to show that's why why somebody would hide, and then to also say, well, this is the reason too why I shouldn't hide. I need to type of thing.
It's like very like, don't be afraid. That's what it is about.
Like
don't be afraid.
I think now if I can see it in that way when I'm reading it, I think I could easier read it.
Connect everything. Yeah.
But plus the book, which is not in the movies, which I think it makes it easier to digest too, it does not have the supernatural or the mystical side of it. And I know
the cosmic.
The book, in the book I know they do.
So this movie reminds me of the original It with Tim Curry, only because they do the whole going back and forth with adults and kids more, versus the first one is all straight. The first remake or It, I don't know chapter 1 from 2017 does it where it's just kids. That's it. Straight up kids, and that no adults at all. You don't get anything foreshadowing of anything. Not foreshadowing. You don't get a glimpse of them when they're adults.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why that movie's so satisfying, because you assume that they won.
Yep. Yeah.
That they beat it, and they did for a time, but now it's
That's what I thought. Like going into that movie, I thought it will just be that. Like it will be, that's it. Then they do the whole, it would return or something.
You didn't realize that there was no adult. They were never adults.
No.
You watched the miniseries, didn't you?
Yeah, I did watch the miniseries. I'm saying I thought this was gonna be like an odd standalone where they're just gonna pay attention to the kids. And then even the ending of It, 2017, was satisfying. Like
that's what I'm saying. They could have did it as a standalone.
Yeah,
and like maybe they made the decision later to do it.
When they defeat when they defeat Pennywise in there, it's way different from even the book way, or the movie, the Tim Curry way of how the kids defeat him. So I was like, this is satisfying. Like if I watch this just stand alone, I'm done. Like I don't need to see them adults.
Yeah.
But then they made part 2, and I was like, oh, I want to see the adults now, because I liked the original one when they have the playfulness of like when they go to the Chinese restaurant, when they're in that townhouse, and when they actually go to the cave, his, what do you call that? Not mothership. I don't know what you call that. His lair. When they show that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I just want to see that and how they will portray it in today. And it's almost the same. Like it doesn't differentiate itself only from like the spouses, the significant other from Bill and who was the other one? Oh, Bev, right? Yeah. Bev. They don't show up at all in the. Oh, they don't show up in the ending.
Yeah, I think what they did is they showed. I think that he called her Audrey, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
I know.
Well, she didn't call her. It's the studios. Audrey something. Go on the set, and then you.
No, she was there. They said something to her, but I know in the miniseries it's Audra, and I don't know if in the book it's Audra or something. I feel like it's Audra. It wasn't Audra.
You saying the person said the name?
No, that or they just changed it because Audra's a weird name.
Yeah, it is a real name. All you Audras are weird. How would you spell Audra?
Audra.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, so a lot of the stuff is just familiar to me from the Tim Curry one. So I was like, okay, I'm used to this. Even to the point where Bowser? I forget his name.
Bowser?
Bowser? Is it Bowser?
Oh,
Bronson or something. I forget his name. The bully.
Now I'm all thinking it was Bowser. No, it's Brewers, Bowery, Brewers,
Bowers. Yeah. So to the point where even Bowers, they do the whole like mental, what do you call those still? Mental asylums? Is it the thing?
Like he was in the mental.
Yeah, hospital. The mental hospital, because he saw he didn't even see the deadlights.
No, the original one. He killed his cop.
But
dad.
Isn't it in the original one he saw, or the Tim Curry one, he saw the deadlights and then he became white hair streak, right?
I think yeah.
This one he doesn't. They do a weird thing transition where it caught me off guard because they go from like 1988.
Yeah. Like I swear, there's nothing to establish that we went back in time.
Even I was like, oh, he's back, but he's young. So they do the 1988 and then they fast forward to the present, but then they do a.
I don't know.
Real quickly.
I think when they flush the bodies, that I don't know if it was supposed to be
hella bodies.
Yeah, I don't know if it's supposed to be like they weren't that decomposed and they still had 80s clothes on.
Yeah.
That you're supposed to believe that you had gone back to the 80s versus we're in the current time.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
So that was confusing. But then he was walking home and he's like, I still need to kill them all, something like that. So yeah, then they show him. Fast forward to.
I assumed he broke his back and died.
Where
the way he fell down the well.
Pennywise basically helps him escape and then out of the hospital. And then same plot. He has like a knife, same thing, and tries to kill them and doesn't kill them at all, of course. What else is like so what did you like about the movie?
I liked I know the one part that we liked was when Bill Hader when he
the treehouse or the ground house or something?
the underground house, yeah. When he came out of the dark. And
so that's not in the first movie. They just established that in this movie, that thing. Because when they did that, I was like really surprised. Like, what house? I was like, well,
it must be from the book, because I mean, in the movie, he had no interest in architecture.
No, not at all. Even the first one, he's interested in history. But all of a sudden, Ben's character was interested in history. Then all of a sudden, he was interested in this movie, in
architecture.
Architecture. Yes, I'm not gonna say that word. La Llorona. Okay.
My Llorona. Also, when Richie, Bill Hader's character, saw the deadlights, when he was
that's a good one.
When he was very and it showed how powerful Pennywise was when he was, even though they had brought him down a little bit, but then he was all brave and angry and do all that. But all he has to do is open his mouth and the deadlights, and you're totally
similar to like part 1 where Richie's the one that, even though he's afraid of clowns, he had the most courage in the ending and like stepped up. But this time when he did step up,
he was the one that ripped off his little arm and everything.
And Pennywise is like that, basically like Like, I see you now, Richie.
Well, because he likes to toy with his food, like just like how any predator would play with his prey, he's playing with it and stuff. And then when they're when he realizes they're getting too powerful against him, then he has to just now I gotta put my foot down. And
That's basically what happened. Yeah. But yeah, Bill Hader is like the shining star in this movie. He's everything, the heart, and they're like, I feel like without him, especially his comedic like timing and everything, and Bill Hader is like one of my favorite comedians, actors, or whatever. Anything he's in, I'll watch. Like I'm watching Barry, and I love him in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I think I say this a lot in there. Like that's where I knew him. I knew him in SNL, but that made me like, oh, this guy's good. Like his.
What was it in what's the alien movie he was in with the
Men in Black?
Nope.
Men in Black 2. He's a really good.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, the alien movie.
Alien movie with Seth Rogen?
He's the alien with the two guys that are the British guys.
Oh, Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Yeah, he's good in that. He's an agent. But he plays really well with what's his name from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as a partner in there. That's his partner in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not Andy, his best friend in the movie. Remember. Yeah. But yeah, he's, like I said, he's really good. They did a good job of casting everyone, like their faces. Like maybe James McAvoy is not the person I would think.
Yeah, I wouldn't have
Bill
chosen
will grow up. But
and I feel like his accent changed a lot in the middle of the movie.
Like that's the only one where it's like, I guess because his eyes are way different for me. Like he has a different presence, and then I guess that's how he would look like. Yeah, and I don't think he grew up the same way. Like the other characters, they had the same type of mannerisms and stuff like that. And Ben too. Ben didn't look like his other Ben. No. I love how they had to lift up the shirt just to show his his pants. His pants were nice and low, where you can kind of see that V cut. Right? Is that called a V cut? That's what I call it. That's why I have that V cut. You have like a W or something. W? You have a huge U, John. That's what you have. But yeah, besides those two, everyone looked the same. I think Eddie and Richie played it really well as the characters. Yeah, like they actually watched the first film and okay, I'm gonna do whatever this kid did. Yep, yeah. Everybody, I mean, Bev. I think Mike, the character that Mike, he played the adult actor played it the way that it was in the miniseries. Yep, I don't think he played it the way that the kid had played it originally. No. So like the kid in the original one didn't feel like he wanted to lead there. This one, he plays the character like the miniseries where he's obsessed with everything about Pennywise. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Like he would do that if you stay there in Derry the whole time. Like I said, like Bev, what's his name, Ben, and Bill doesn't really have like characteristics besides their jobs, I guess. I mean, besides Bill has a stutter, but if you take away that stutter, he's just a kid to me. Like I will never know James McAvoy was Bill. If they got rid of that stutter, I was like, I guess he's Bill, or like there's no attribute to there's no matter. They should have given him darker hair and a better hairline. I think. But he had a big forehead too. The kid that played him. I guess, kind of. But... Yeah. I always thought Amy Adams was going to play. Yeah, that was sure. I think if you put Amy Adams and the one who plays Beverly, I forgot her name. It's weird now because they say young Beverly now instead of just the Beverly. Sophia Lillis. She's also Nancy Drew, I think. I've seen a trailer for. Yeah. She's the only redhead that's working right now. the kid redhead. But yeah, those like they're not bad. They just play like the way you think they'll play it because the characters had abuse or the stutter or one's a loner, like that basically. What else in the movie? Like I said, it's very funny. A lot. I had thought for the media and stuff for the Pennywise, like the way the face was and the character, the way they portrayed the character, I thought it was somebody just like doing a meme of him, like stretching out his face or doing weird faces. What you saw online. Yeah, like, and I thought, okay, somebody's just doing like, like when your girlfriend brings home tacos and she has a big tongue face or something. I thought that was just somebody doing that. I didn't realize that those were going to actually be in the film. I was like, okay, I guess he's a weird face. What else? Oh, they showed a lot more of eating of children. Like I didn't realize how much in the first movie that you never actually see him eat anybody or besides Georgie. Feast anybody. Yeah.
And this one,
he does kill people in the first one, but you don't see him eat him, like you said.
Like feast and stuff. In this
so
one.
like in this one, he does it a lot. Well, twice I would say. Maybe 2 times I remember that he did it, and
3 times.
3 times.
The man in the river.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. When we say eating, he actually show his mouth opening up and eating them. It's not like they cut away like how they did with the bully from the first one.
Yeah.
This one they actually showed like the Georgie style scene where blood everywhere and everything. So the movie even looked kind of different for me. I was discussing this with my brother where the cinematography looked different. The first one always felt like it was a not art house, but they captured it really well. I don't know, it's hard for me to explain, but it's like the way it looked like nothing like from the 80s. They didn't try to establish like that. I mean, I'm not talking about the first one. It's just the cinematography was very different to me.
Second movie?
The first, well, compared to the first one. The second one was more action. Like
I feel like the transitions they did, like only in the beginning, I felt that way. And the rest of the movie, I really didn't feel that way that much. Well, actually, no, you're right. Like when they showed it when they were transitioning from memories from when they're young and old, because they did that a lot in the miniseries too. And I don't know if that's just a time during that time in the 80s and 90s. That's how they did filming.
Yeah.
And a lot of Stephen King stuff was adapted during that time as well. And that's what I think about when I think of Stephen King movies, is that type of transition.
Type of same here. But yeah, it just looked different. I mean, it's not a bad way. It's just like if you watch the first one compared to this one. So this one used a lot of special effects too. Only because they have to do the scene, especially in the last fight scene, that has to be all special effects. Like,
well, that was like they spent all the money on that. Like I don't know why they had to do Bill Hader at the very beginning doing digital vomit.
Yeah. See, like they
couldn't. He couldn't have just put a bunch of stuff in his mouth and then threw it up. I know they had to do it from that angle. So I guess maybe when he did spit up something, it didn't look as well because he wasn't projectile vomiting. There's like scenes. Bless you. There are scenes too, like when they're eating the restaurant. It was all like digital, and it was kind of jarring at first. I was like, that's I know that's from the book, so that's the way Stephen King does the horror, where it's like it's a fetal chicken, it's a baby with 5 arms. For some reason, I wish more it's like John Carpenter practical effect versus the way they did it, because I don't think you could have done it that way. Well, the thing that looks slimy is just so we've been watching that one YouTube series now, Quarter Digital. Yeah, so you kind of notice it more, like the lighting's kind of off and everything. You could tell when somebody they popped something in. Yep, yeah. And then the first movie had this one scene that was very jarring. I don't know if you remember when they do the rock war. Mm-hmm. There's a scene where Beverly, Ben, and Mike are throwing rocks. Mm-hmm. The back of them were all digital, and then I was like, why did they do that? Like, why did they shoot a scene? Then like later on, you learn like they added that scene in post. Yeah, like it was a what do you call it? Like they refilmed that scene. But they didn't have the background. It was a reshoot. Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, why would you? It's just very jarring because you cut from a scene when they're really there to a scene that's digital in the back. Yeah, so they kind of do this in this movie. There's a scene where Bill is like running or something, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden his back of him looked digital, like it's in this town, and I was like, huh. But he's riding the bike one moment, like you see him cruising, mm-hmm. but then when he gets to this one moment, I think that's because it's because the background, they can easily shoot on a street or on a studio, but to actually show the town, which doesn't exist. That's all digital. Yeah, so I was like, that's kind of jarring, but when it gets to the final battle, it looks cool. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think they saved all the money for that part and for Pennywise, I think in particular. Yep, yeah, especially when in the very ending, when Pennywise gets smaller and smaller and tries to do all this, similar to like the first one, where he tries to scare them one last time with everything they're scared of. I think they did it better in the first one than this one, but the way they're not scared at all. I wish they didn't just say you're a clown or you're a clown, mm-hmm. but say other stuff like you're racist. Not racist, I think it's almost like a derogatory term. Mm-hmm. Like they're kind of like cursing at him, like instead of saying like the N-word or other things that you could use. I mean, because it doesn't fit for that situation. For that situation, he's just a clown. Because when you're just a clown, you're not scary. He has to be more than that. That's actually true. He uses the clown aspect to draw people in, but he even said that kids don't want to play with him anymore. the clown's not appealing. It's not a welcoming and inviting thing. So it's scary. So it probably it's hard for him to get prey now.
Yeah.
So now he so it's to him it's like calling him a bad name or something like that.
You just remind me of that scene with the little girl under the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think he was doing his best? So in the trailer when it came out, everyone's like, "Oh, he's like Pooh Bear." Does it sound like Pooh though?
Yeah, hello.
He even does.
Does he talk more in this film than he did
does
the last time?
way more talk,
right?
Yeah.
So maybe his the fluctuation, or he didn't really establish in the beginning his actual voice for the character or his speaking voice, just a few little short snippets or scary bits when he's talking directly to the main character.
But he has that one type of Pooh Bear attitude where he's
because when he's talking to Georgie,
kind of.
when he's talking to Georgie in the sewer, he's more of like the
Happy.
hey, hiya, Georgie, kind of how Tim Curry kind of had
Mm-hmm.
that. It seemed to me, it reminds me of like a New Yorky type of that type of thing.
And he does the whole thing really.
Where is it raspy, like a high,
a
high deep raspiness.
Mm-hmm.
I swear that's how he did talk to Georgie. I might be misremembering, but yeah, like you're right. When this one, he's well. I mean, I guess that shows too that he's grown, where he's been pining for them, and he's he's desperate for them and things like that. So your voice changes.
And then in the movie,
what you think
he what do you call that? Oh, I forgot my train of thought. It was in that bleacher scene. Oh, when he does a really good pausing of the mouth and you see the dripping.
Yeah,
he does that twice. Well, I remember twice. One is with the little girl, and the other one is with he's an old woman. He pauses and stuff. And if you do read about the interview with what's her name? The one who plays Bev. Oh God, Jessica Chastain. When they filmed that scene, the director was telling the woman who's playing, I guess, the caretaker of the house now, to do like funny things, and then out of nowhere, so the response of Jessica Chastain, they edit it in the way like it's not the actual reaction, but it's how like one of the things that they told her to do, not Jessica, the old woman, is to like mumble like that, and then she's like, "What the hell's happening?" like that. So she'll have that face. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool."
Oh, so they told the old woman, but they didn't tell Jessica. So to get genuine reactions from her.
So that's kind of cool. Or act weird with your body. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." They actually did that too. I was like, "Oh, it's kind of cool how they do that." What else? I can't think of anything. You mentioned my favorite funny part, right? We're down in the
the thing. Well, you didn't describe it. You just said.
Oh, it's when they go to the
underground
ground house.
The
ground house.
The basement tree
that
house.
Ben built apparently, or helped build, or found, and he helped build. And then they're all there.
They're all having a touchy moment.
So they're grown ups. Yeah, they're all grown ups. They're
thinking
talking about Stanley, or not Stanley. This is before that. But they're all talking about like, oh yeah, memories.
They are talking about
Stanley. Okay,
yeah, because they have the shower caps. Yeah,
and then all you hear is like, "Oh, you'll float too." Like there's something like that. Something like, "You want to float? You want to float?"
Yeah.
And it's coming out of the darkness. They're like, "What the hell is this?" Like, and then
they all get ready, like to try to grab something, like they gotta fight.
And then for a split moment, I was like, "Hey, who is that?" Like I was trying to think like, that's everyone there, right? And I was like thinking, is that really him or is it Bill Hader? And then
you really thought it was Bill Hader?
Huh? For the last second, I was like, because I was like thinking in my head, like, who is that? It has to be someone in the. It can't
I assumed it was Pennywise. That was gonna.
Well, no. For me, I was trying to figure out if it's Bill Hader or Pennywise, and then my last moment is thinking it's Bill Hader, and when he did show up, and I was like, "Oh, it's me!" like that, and he's like, "Oh, you want me to do the funny dance?"
Yeah.
And he does it. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Like,
he's the audience.
Yeah,
is what it is. He's responding the same way the audience does and would.
Like everyone's there for the funny dance. Like if you ask any kid, especially ours, that's what they know Pennywise is that funny little dance that he does in the part 1. He does it in part 2 too. Did he do it in front of Richie? I don't know. But
did he do it?
I don't know. Remember. And then and then like I said, Bill Hader's really good in here where they do the door scene from the first one, and then they explain where the missing body of the little girl they see in the first one. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then he says something in the beginning of this movie, and it actually shows in one of the doors a little dog. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's just really cool, like throwbacks.
I liked how they portrayed Pennywise as an arachnid this time.
Oh yeah.
Not like a weird scary spider. It was still him, but then his whole body transformed, like his little
They do the little thing
the
thing. Or when I say thing, in Thing, the John Carpenter's The Thing. Have you watched it?
I don't think I have.
So you should
I
watch
always
that.
hear you
So
talk about it.
it's a really good movie, especially for practical effects. In The Thing, the alien.
I know the dog. It's the dog, right?
Yeah, that's a good scene. So the alien takes a host of the body, and then makes a copy basically, and then I don't know what it mutates basically. I think it mutates or something. I forgot now in my mind like what
does
happens.
Does he just
to the original.
possess it, or does he actually make a copy? What does he do with the
I
original?
think he mutates it, like makes it his own basically.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to figure
Takes
out
it
who's
over,
the thing.
he possesses it.
There's a spider head, and then this movie basically shows that type of style, with similar to the scene from the first one, but instead of a Pennywise in the refrigerator, it's Stanley, and it's basically Stanley has a head.
Well, that's from. Well, I know it's at least in the miniseries where Stanley.
Oh, it is.
He's in the fridge too when they go to open it for beers or something. I think at the
Stanley
library.
is or Pennywise.
Yeah, Stanley.
Oh, okay.
That
why.
is from the thing because he does talk to them. He's
from it.
Yeah. Well, it's Pennywise talking through him, or as him, but it is. That
I didn't even realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you guys want to listen to when we watch we also have that in our podcast feed. I forgot what episode is it, but it's called Before It, and then right after that episode is when we watch part 1. So if you guys want like a complete discussion of or everything that we think about all three its, check that out. Yeah, 3 tits. That's it. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I was gonna say, I can't remember.
Did it feel long? Because people say this movie feels long. It did not feel long to me.
I honestly, it didn't feel that long until I tried to get up, and I was like, oh, all my joints hurt.
Yeah.
From sitting for so long.
For me, so my theater experience is really bad because the person in front of me was tall, very tall. Mm-hmm. Did the room get dim just right now? Or did my eyes feel?
My eyes. Well, no, because the way you took off something off the screen, something was white and it was brighter.
Oh, I think it was our website.
Yeah.
I literally clicked that off. Was it this?
It's how bright.
Okay, yeah. I clicked it off like, did it just dim my eyes? What was it? What was I talking about?
The theater experience is a talk.
What were we talking about again? If you guys know where that is from, do something in the comments. Yeah, comment below.
The man in front of you was tall.
Oh, so
first he was in front of me, and then I moved.
We went to Cinemark, and in the new Cinemark theaters, if you guys seen it, where the seats recline now. And
but in our theater, or I think that's the same theater we watch Ready or Not too, where it's not level.
This theater,
it doesn't ascend.
Yeah,
the
so
seats. Everything is level.
A lot of theaters, the seats ascend. This one's all leveled to the same level as everyone. Like maybe a little bit it ascends, but it doesn't.
No, I think it's only the back row that actually is above everybody.
But it feels like everything's in the same level, all the seats. And so the person in front of you, even though it's like really good far apart, you're not that close.
The spacing is really good.
You have
that
like
way.
a lot of leg room, and then some. That person can just go across. And you don't have to worry about like putting your seat up or anything like that. The person was tall, super tall, to the point where if I even reclined back, I couldn't see it. So I was in this odd position the whole time, not really comfortable. Because now because all we're spoiled with the reclining seats, I like sitting back now and watching the movie. And these seats don't sit back that far. No. They're like not the best, but I want my legs up a little bit. It just felt really uncomfortable because I was like pushing my head up to just see the movie a little bit, and I can't tell the person switch because that's his ticket. That's his ticket. That's it's assigned seating. Assigned seating. I don't even know what the hell is assigned seating.
You wanted to reassign him.
Yeah, reassign him. But hey, you want to switch? I sit next to your friends, and you sit next to my friend. That's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of her. And I turn around, you're like, both of them making out. Oh God, not again.
Because I could do all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
I mean, he's tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
It'd be
he is too tall.
How do you say it? A different experience for me to be with a tall man.
I'm tall-ish. Everyone,
you're not tall-ish. You're barely average.
Everyone is 6'3", too tall or not? Because that's what the height I am. I can make my height anytime. I'm actually like Wolverine's height. Whatever Wolverine's is. Not Hugh Jackman, but the character Wolverine. That's my height.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. How would you rank this It film? Tim Curry.
Out of 5 Tim Currys.
No, out of the 3 thing. You have to rank Tim Curry's It, 2017 It, and this It in order from 1, 2, 3.
I like
Ooh,
2017,
right.
and this one, and then the Tim Curry.
Okay.
One. I mean, it's just It's just because it's aged. It's hard to like go. Oh, it was the greatest or the bestest, and it's not because they couldn't do as much as they can
That's
do
what
in the cinema.
other horror fans will say. It's this is the this is the thing I remember now about the movie. It's the final battle scene in the movie where they're fighting Pennywise. Like I think I said this earlier too, where the first one I really liked it when it came out of nowhere. Like I didn't know how that movie was going to end,
Mm-hmm.
and then Richie came out of nowhere and said we have to kill this clown like that.
His one-liners.
And then those type of movies, especially in horror movies, is what I get excited for. Like even to where Ready or Not, where she stands up and stuff like that. Those are the parts I like. That's what is satisfying that need of like, yeah, you get your redemption, your revenge, like those type of things. And then they get theirs with Pennywise. And then this one felt kind of like not lackluster, like the final scene. It was everywhere. Like you have to remember, like they're doing this ritual. So we don't even mention this in this whole thing. They're doing a ritual in the very ending where they have to do these tokens throughout the whole movie. They're not tokens.
They had to collect the tokens, but
not tokens.
Yeah, they did. They're tokens.
Tokens or totems? Did they say totem?
It's a token.
Okay, token.
And they
throughout the whole movie. That's the whole movie.
That's the whole
plot.
point of they find the tokens. They find the tokens, and then they summon Pennywise. They say turn light to dark, dark to light, or something, and then they're gonna put him in a basket or something, and then the balloon pops out, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't tell them what happened before," and it's like, "Oh yeah, you guys didn't work."
So there's a lot going on here versus the first film where they just run into the lair of Pennywise and they just figure out not to be scared. So this one they have all that going on, and I was like, "Whew, this is a lot of things to take in." And then they do several times they try to figure out how to kill him, and they thought to just do your fear, but not fear. They had a weird plan where they were trying to escape through the hole. They thought escaping through the hole that they went through make him smaller. It's like, oh, and then if we trick him to get in there, then he'll be small. And I was like,
and then because it's because all things have to abide by the shape that they take. So if he's a small human, they can kill a human versus a giant cosmic spider. We can't defeat a giant cosmic spider.
So that the whole thing's going on, and then I think Bev's the one, right?
I guess that's the only way that they could explain how they were going to come to the conclusion of saying to belittle him.
To make belittle. That is literally it. Belittle him
to make him small.
So I always felt that was a little lackluster. To me.
Well, that's the whole point too. I think with Stephen King is that the ending was bad. But
it's not bad. It just felt
but I'm just saying like you make him small, or you I guess that's supposed to be like that's how you face your fear, like literally, is to
bully the bully.
To say it and to verbalize it and to make it true. I forget what that's called.
Well, they foreshadow it with Eddie in the late game, where it's like this. Bev told him like to take this. I don't know what you call it.
It kills monsters. If you believe
weird,
it does.
Steel rod something that has a pokey end to it, and then Eddie thought about it and then ends up hurting Pennywise really bad.
It's his faith. It's having faith in something and believing
like a cross. And then they could have made it more religious and made it like it looked like a cross. They stabbed the devil with it. That's not what they do, right? People don't do that. To kill a devil, to kill him with his cross. I don't think that's even a vampire.
You present him and you present the cross when you're doing like the exorcism and stuff.
But yeah, that's it. This is a small, like, minor thing.
I think it was like how you're saying, like how it was lackluster. Like they had the big epic thing.
Oh, the epilogue. There's an epilogue.
And then they go and clean themselves in a lake, and then there's more about it. Saying I love you.
And the longest kiss I've ever seen in movie history.
Underwater kiss.
That I felt like wasn't really needed because we saw them kiss earlier.
And then they kissed again at the very end.
Yeah, in the boat. So I was like, this is too much. And we're talking about Ben and Bev, and then like this is too much. And then I thought they'll show like a Jason's type or Friday the 13th type scene where Pam will jump out of the water, dude.
Yeah, I thought there was.
But it's not. It's like it's just that.
I guess it's to show more tension, but it's like we've already had all this tension. We've had this release, and then to bring up more tension wouldn't be as good.
Yeah. With Bill, I was like, what's happening in this movie?
It's a weird thing, to do.
I just noticed there's hella Bills in this movie. Bill Skarsgård, Bill Hader, and the Bill the character.
Yep, 3 Bills.
Yeah. And the duck that has a bill.
Remember our rule?
No, don't tell him about my jokes are bad.
I don't have to. I only have to laugh if it's funny.
Everyone's laughing right now.
I'm laughing.
Oh, and they don't show. They mentioned the turtle. I never read the books, but I know there's like a cosmic turtle.
Yeah, the Micturin or Maturin.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
But yeah, they don't do that at all. So if you're expecting that, it's like,
they just show the turtle in the school classroom.
Mm-hmm. That's it, I think. Oh, Bill. I can't do my Pennywise right now. Yeah, we're done with the episode. If you guys enjoy, go watch it, Chapter 2. Right now, it's out on theaters. Thank you, Audrey.
This is it. What's the tagline? Or is there a tagline?
Nah, I don't know.
This is it, or they've had it, or like
it says end it. It ends. That's
it ends.
Yeah.
But like, what would you say? Like, oh, this is it. They've had it. They've had it up to here. That sort of thing.
So yeah, if you want to follow us on Twitter, search TFA Now and follow us. On Facebook, like us there and follow us too. Just search The Freakin' Awesome and we're there. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and Google Play. Just search The Freakin' Awesome. So anything you see, just type in The Freakin' Awesome on YouTube and find us there and subscribe to our channel.
You're doing your your Pennywise face right now.
My eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Is it cross-eyed?
No, it's a cockeye. There it goes. There it goes.
Hi. I'm always so
Don't. It looks weird. Don't do that.
Okay.
I don't like it.
And you check me out on Twitter at Abaya Arts. I don't really do anything on there. Like I promote our stuff and that's basically it. I tweet good stuff. I mean, like stuff I like. Mm-hmm. Let's see what's the last thing I tweeted.
You tweeted? What did you tweet? What did you tweet?
I tweeted. Yup. And it's a picture of what's her name? Shelley Duvall in Vogue in 1971. Mm-hmm. And then we said that she looks like Princess Zelda. And I said, yup. That's the great content you'll be getting on Twitter. Where they can check you out.
They can find me. Oh, I always forget this part.
You always forget this part? Oh, because your Twitter handle is very long, right? It's like the longest Twitter handle in the history of Twitter. Tweet. While that is happening, like I said, go to our YouTube page, subscribe. Help us get 100 likes or subscribers on there. We're on 25 right now. That's a good round number. 25. We need 75 by the end of the year.
I was trying to find like what Bill Hader's thing was, and there's so many of them.
He doesn't have Twitter.
I know,
he
but
has
like,
no social.
But there's Hader online. At real Bill underscore Hader. At Bill Hader. Like there's all these other weird ones that I can't even be like, oh no.
But yeah. Then help us get 100 likes. We're trying.
Is he gonna be in a Where's Waldo movie, or is that somebody's like dream?
Oh, I don't know. It's someone else's dream.
It says summer 2018. But yeah.
Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Oh wait, that's what it is. It's the outro movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait, one more time.
Right here. No, we have to do the whole thing. Like, I'm John Abaya.
And I'm Audrey Abaya.
And that was the Freakin' Awesome podcast.
Bye.